Not only are we Atlanta's #1 magazine for the urban music industry, but we're a national platform that provides real opportunities, real exposure, and real industry connection. Just log on to makingitmag.com. Sign up for your membership and start submitting music to get booked on major shows, magazine features, radio interviews, sponsorships, and more great opportunities. That's makingitmag.com. Doing dope stuff for dope artists. 10 years strong.
MidwestMixtapes.com, the #1 website for Midwest rap. MidwestMixtapes.com. They promote and market albums, mixtapes, singles, and videos. MidwestMixtapes.com. They can get you on DJ conference calls, blogs, and email blasts. MidwestMixtapes.com. They work with several magazines, college radio campaigns, and street teams in multiple cities.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
It's going down.
Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio.
K100, you bastards!
Let's get to it, shall we?
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
What's up, good people? What's happening? K100 Radio. I'm your host, Blizzard. Welcome everybody to another round of our direct line interviews on K100 Radio. We're going to have a really dope, straight, direct conversation with our special guest. Today, we rocking out. We got a double header for you today. We rocking out with the homie Bobby Jae. First, you know what I'm saying, representing Green Boys. All right, let me go ahead and bring my homie on the line over here. Hey, yo, Bobby Jae, what's good, fam? What up, though?
Hey, what's up, my guy? What's going on with you, man? Happy late Easter to you and everything.
Everything, all of that, brother. What's good, fam?
Oh, man, everything is good, man. Just living life, man. Just blessed to be here. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I'm glad to have you, man. You know, you've been on the show before, but this time we got something specific we talking about. And we're going to be talking about the new movie that you got going out. We're going to listen to some music and stuff, but we talking about Codez, man. My homie has put in the work.
Yes, sir.
He's got a movie coming out that he produced, that he directed, that he executive produced and put it together. Greenhouse Films, official debut. So listen, Bobby Jae, first of all, another round of applause just for getting to this particular point, brother.
Hey, man, I sure appreciate that, man. You know what I'm talking about? It's been a long path, you know what I mean?
So let's talk about that path, man. First of all, I want to know what inspired you to even decide that you wanted to, you know, create a movie, man. I know a lot of people say, yeah, you know, I love movies and I watch movies, but it's one thing to be a fan of movies. It's a whole other thing to go out, spend your money, your hard-earned money, go out securing locations, paying actors, paying for equipment, paying for all the stuff that it costs to create a film and get it done. That takes a level of dedication. That's not like just going into the booth, dropping a record. That's a lot of work, man. What really inspired you to actually want to go out and do Codez?
Well, from the beginning, like, you know what I'm saying, when I first had the brain baby, you know what I'm saying, popped in my head to actually do a film, I was, you know, because I got an independent record label with artists.
Right.
So at the time, you know what I'm saying, I was trying to create something to put together, something to bring some more light and exposure to them as artists. You know what I'm saying, put more light and add more things to their catalog and everything. And it just went from one thing to another thing. You know what I mean? Because like when I originally wrote the storyline for it, you know, I turned in like 15 pages. And then when I got it back, you know, I turned in like 15 pages with like 7 characters. You know what I mean? Enough of each character on my team had a role. And then when I got the script back, you know what I'm saying, it was a 72 scene script, 51 characters. So it went from 15 pages of 7 characters to 72 scenes and 51 characters. So it just came into it just blossomed into a full-blown movie. You know what I mean?
Right. So I mean, and I know. Okay, so Green Boys is a label, and now it's Green Boys Films.
Yeah, Green Boy Records.
Green Boys Records. But now you got Green Boys Films, which is another division, correct?
Well, yeah, it's Green Boy Records. You know what I'm saying? It's a record label, and then I got Greenhouse Films, which
Greenhouse
is the film
Films.
company, the film and media side of it.
Okay, yeah, Greenhouse, my
Yeah,
bad.
Greenhouse Films.
Yeah, that's literally on the screen. I don't know why. That's
Yeah.
I literally got it going across the screen right now. I don't know why I said Green Boys. Greenhouse Films. It's literally on the screen right now if you're looking at this on YouTube. Greenhouse Films. But listen, fam, I mean, so I understand it kind of sometimes feels like a natural progression with artists kind of going into movies because, I mean, we have to shoot videos for our records. We have to kind of sort of bring out another side, another personality when we get in front of the camera. You know, we kind of have to, you have to brand yourself. You have to do all the stuff that it kind of takes to not necessarily be a trained actor per se, but in order to even portray a world that's in your mind to get into a visual medium, you kind of sort of have to do that as an artist. So how hard was it for you to transition in from just being an artist and really doing music and going over into this? Like, tell me about the actual transition. How much more work? Like, did you want to quit sometimes? Like, did you kind of feel like you bit off water you could chew at sometimes? Or what?
I mean, I never wanted to quit. And, of course, you know, at certain times within this process, you know what I mean, it was like, damn, boy, what I get into? You know what I'm saying? But being the type of dude that I am, once I get into something, I say I'm going to do something, I got to do it. And I got to see it all the way through and finish it no matter what it takes, you know what I mean, to complete that project. That's what got to be done. Because once I start something, like, I ain't a quitter. So once I start something, I'm not going to quit it. You know what I mean? But it was at first it was rough, and then it was like, bro, this is what you doing. You know what I mean? This is what I mean. Like, you ain't got to be Denzel. You ain't got to be this. You ain't got to be that. But we don't know what we doing. We just got an idea and a plan and some money and some cameras and good equipment and some people that know what they doing let's pull this together. Let's make it happen. So it's like, you know, putting a bunch of ingredients in that pot. You're gonna come up with that good gumbo. You know what I mean? That's what happened. And I was just blessed and fortunate enough to have people around me at the time I was doing this to be able to do what I did. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And, you know, it's one thing that you just said is real important for me. Like, you was like, okay, listen, I ain't got to be Denzel. Like that's like, it's the same way with music. Like, sometimes we work so hard, especially when you're independent, because you want to put your best foot forward. You kind of, even though you're not Denzel, you're putting out a movie, so you feel like you still kind of slick competing with them. Just like as an independent artist, you know you ain't got the same budget as Drake, but when you put music out there, you know what I'm saying? If you believe in yourself, you're going to feel like, I can see Drake. So you want your bars and your music to be just as good. So even when you're creating the film, no, you're not, you know, you're not Universal Pictures or MGM, you know, but you're putting it out there, so you kind of want to, you know, same way with music.
You want to compete, you know what I mean? You want to put you want to put your best foot forward. You don't want to put no bullshit out there, nothing out there that's gonna be crazy. You want to do your best with it, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's about growth, you know what I mean? And learning is like with anything that you do, you know what I mean? Your first one is always gonna be kind of shaky and rocky, but you got to try to put your best out there, you know what I mean? And you got to make it happen. But you know, as the more you continue to keep doing it and growing and growing and doing it, but like a lot of this stuff, you know what I mean? It was kind of natural with us, you know what I mean? It was like the cast that I reached out to be a part of this film. You know what I mean? They took it serious as I was taking it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they was looking at it like, shit, bro, this is a good look for me. And plus, it's me. You know what I mean? Like you say, this ain't music, so you can't just, okay, hold up, keep that, let's go back and erase that, let me redo this over. Nah, bro, it's going to be, this is what they're going to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to put in this work. You know what I'm saying? You got to convince folks that the role that you playing and that the character you're trying to portray and bring across comes to life. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Good stuff, fam. This is K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
K100, you bastards.
And rocking out with my homie Bobby Jae right here. Representing Green Boys ENT, Greenhouse Films, and Greenhouse Films. Make sure I get that right this time. You know what I'm saying? Listen, bro. So what is Codez about? All right. So what is the movie about? Like, it's called Codez. Give me the rundown. Give me the synopsis of the movie. Like, what they gonna get into when they see it?
Man, you know how, like, all right, when we living like every day, you know, as grown men and women out here doing what we do, you know what I mean? We got codes that we live by. You know what I mean? Certain things we stand for that we ain't gonna go for, that we ain't gonna do this and do that. So I was sitting in my mind run, you know what I mean? It's like a ping pong ball sometimes. It's just bouncing off the side to side. So I'm like, okay, well, shit, we got our own codes and we do what we do. all right, if I'm a stick-up kid, what kind of codes do I got? You know what I mean? As a stick-up kid, the only codes I could come up with was, you got it, I want it, I'm going to take it. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And as a stick-up kid, it's like ain't nobody, as a stick-up kid, is nobody is safe. You know what I'm saying? And this movie was like, I put together a nice little storyline, the plot, but it involved a couple of stick-up kids doing their thing, and a couple of things started backfiring. You know what I mean? Like I say, the stick-up kid, you got it, I want him to take it. This nigga Pookie was crazy, and he was just robbing everybody. He didn't give a damn who he robbed from. Mama, auntie, sister, brother, cousin, all that. He was just, if you got it, I want it, I'm taking it. You know what I'm saying? And that was the type of situation that it was. You know what I mean? So it's just basically, it's a urban street film. You know what I mean? Based upon the hood for the stick-up kids. You know what I'm saying?
All right, good stuff. Now,
it's a good plot to it though.
Let me ask you this. I don't know. I think some of these fucking stick-up kids, some of these cats are just completely wild with it, like straight crazy. But I met stick-up kids who like, I don't rob old people, or you know what I'm saying, like I don't rob no little, you know what I'm saying. They basically rob. I met some moralistic stick-up dudes. Like, I know they stick-up dudes, but I felt safe around them, even though I know that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Because like, they only going to rob. They kind of have some sort of a moral set, but I guess.
So they morals is like, I'm not gonna take out no old folk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I know some cats like that too. You know what I'm saying? But some stick-up kids is like, I don't give a damn. I'm getting it. You know what I'm saying? If you got it, I want it. I'm taking it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, then when the nigga was doing his dirt, he still had a team of niggas that he was looking out for too, and giving back and trying to do good, because everybody ain't bad. You know what I mean? They just do bad shit sometimes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So what was the hardest part about, because this was your first movie coming off of the company, what was the hardest part outside of the money? Because money is the easy answer. Okay, so it costs money to put movies together. So obviously getting the budget together is going to be one of the more difficult, if not the most difficult in situations like this when you're creating something. But after getting the budget together, what was the hardest part about actually completing the movie?
Probably the editing process of it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, like, in my mind, you know, I'm looking at it because I'm coming in this as from being an artist. And like you say, you know, we're in the studio, it's a different process of putting out music than it is putting out film. You understand what I'm saying? So the editing process on this, and being, like I said, we had like almost like 72 scenes. So it's a lot of footage, you know what I'm saying? So with us, I say the hardest part with the whole film was the editing process. The shooting it wasn't the hard part. The getting the characters together wasn't the hard part. Getting the locations together, that wasn't the hard part. Getting the cast together, that wasn't the hard part. The hardest part for this whole film right now was the editing process and the time it took for my editors to get done, for me to get the actual project that I'm saying, okay, yeah, I'm comfortable with this. So to me, it was like the editing process is the hard part.
You know, I don't get me wrong. I'm gonna tell you, and you know me, you know, kind of sort of, you know, my background and the work I've done on some films and stuff. So I'm an editor. So people who may be listening to this and they don't know, if you want to holler at us and give Bobby Jae a shout out, or just say something, if you're a part of the movie, if you're part of the Green Boys movie, or anything, and you checking us out live, hit the switchboard. We want to holler at you, talk about, you know, your contributions. Area code 516-387-1523. I pinned it up on the board over there on Instagram, and you can see it going across the screen on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. 516-387-1523. Call that switchboard real quick, and we'll bring you on the line so you can, you know, speak your piece and give some shout outs. But I want to make sure that everybody understands that. So I'm hearing Bobby Jae say that, and he's saying the editing. And to me as an editor, even though I know how much work goes into editing, I always felt like that was the easy part. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always felt like, because I'm an editor myself, I felt like, oh, well, really, for this part, all I got to kind of do is kind of sit in front of the computer and just do my job. But, however, I understand your point, because when you're shooting the movie, when you give it to the editor, you know what I'm saying? We can only work with what you give us. We can only work with what you give us. So if you don't shoot it correctly, or if you don't have the sound right on this scene, or if this scene looks crazy because you got too much light, or, you know what I'm saying, you know, I can't use this really good scene because you've got a whole problem with the background noise. You can't hear any of the dialogue. it's crazy. I understand.
Exactly.
I understand from that point right there. So, I guess if you've never done it before, I tell you what. The next movie, you won't have hardly anywhere near as many problems with the editor because you'll know what to avoid while you're shooting the next time.
Oh yeah. We with that process now where it's like everything we're doing now is getting easy because like we haven't stopped working. You know what I mean? Like I got a couple of shorts out right now. It's on Vimeo, and we in the process of working on a couple other shorts and another full length. So the things that, like you say, the next ones, you know, we super learning. You know what I mean? My editors now, salute to E.I. Shoot and Vic Morrell, they know their way around DaVinci and everything we using now as far as like the editing and all that good stuff right now. So it's way more crazy now with the editing and faster, and the process and the turnaround is done right because, like you say, now we know what we're doing and how to do it and how to shoot certain scenes and how to try to stay with the storyline to the script. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, which is very important as well. K100 Radio. If you guys are calling in to show some love for the Codez interview, please press the number 1 on the keypad. Press the number 1 on your keypad so I know that you want to highlight us real quick and chop it up with Bobby Jae. We are live. This is K100 Radio. This is a direct line interview.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
We got some music too, man. We got some music from the soundtrack. So I want to make sure that I drop that music in a minute, man. But we got a couple people that want to holler at us, Bobby Jae, real quick while we got you on the phone. Hold on, real quick. Let me see something.
Yeah.
So let me see. Let me check the phone lines real quick. Hold on. Area code 803. What up? Who this? 803-316. What up?
Hey, this Demo, man. What's good? Peace and blessings. What's good with you?
Oh, one of the stars of the movie, I think we got right here. Demo, what's going on, brother? What's happening?
Look.
Boy Records in the building.
All right.
What's good? What's good?
All right. So I know you in the movie, bro. Tell me what's your part. Who you play in the movie?
Well, Lick, I'm one of the stick-up kids. Jay was talking about. You know what I'm saying? We just live a different type of code. So, if it's something we want, we gonna go get it, you know what I mean? And that was, Jay, you know what I'm saying? Pookie, that's like my, we was like, like brothers, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we took it a little more serious than others.
Well, was this your first time playing in the movie? Was this your first role as an actor in the movie?
Yeah. This is my first one, man. But we just took it serious. Most of us, took it serious. Just like we out there performing on the stage, man. That's just one of the things we do. We have to get in that zone, and just be ready to perform. So that's all we saw it as, really, as a performance in front of the camera too. So you can't get no better than that.
Always. You're always performing. You kind of sort of always performing, especially when you're in public, when you're an artist. Like, I'm saying, everybody be like, I'm 100% me all the time. Nigga, no, you ain't. Not for real. Not 100% every time. Everywhere you go, you stop playing. Like, sometimes you gotta kind of, you know what I'm saying, put your artist hat on, you know what I'm saying, when you step out of the door. You feel me? In the same way when you acting. I want to check this other phone line, Bobby, because I want to make sure I got time to play the music you sent me. So, let me check this other number real quick. Area code 678-698. What up? Who this?
Hey, man, you already know, man. It's Mr. 1159 Green Boys in the building.
All right. 1169 Green Boys in the building. What's going on, Jamal? What's happening?
Little boy.
Definitely, you already know, man. The most definitely general of the whole movie, man.
Hold on. What's your role in the movie? What you got going on in the movie?
You already know, man. My role in the movie is playing one of the OGs, trying to get my money back. They messed up my cash flow. I got to see about my money, check my pocket, and I got to connect with the crew. Got to put everybody out here.
So tell me about it, man. Just talk to me real quick about what it was like, shooting with Demo and with Bobby Jae and everybody, the whole cast and crew and everything. What was the experience like?
Man, my whole cast was really like shooting our videos, but elaboration, deep to it, knowing your roles, knowing your lines, instead of, knowing your performance and knowing the background. You just do your research and, study your lines and, take care of your business. I mean, if you know how Green Boys videos is, you know how we get down.
Wisdom though, man. Wisdom though.
Absolutely. I know. I'm trying. Hey, listen, this interview is for the people, not me. I know. It's for the people. This is for the people watching. Again, matter of fact, speaking of the people watching, shout out to everybody that may be watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're watching it on Facebook, if you're listening to this on our podcast on Spotify, please make sure you follow the podcast on Spotify or SoundCloud. And if you're watching on Instagram, welcome. Thank you guys for tuning in to this interview with Bobby Jae and the rest of the Green Boys, Greenhouse Films crew over here. Demo, Lem69 on the check-in. All right. So listen, fellas, I got another interview coming up. So I'm gonna pause the line on Demo and Mr. Lem69 right there, and I'm gonna get back to you, Bobby. So we got this music, man. So, and I want to talk to you specifically about, what it's like, because here's the thing. Even if you're an artist and you don't necessarily want to get all the way into like film, or you don't want to be an actor, of course, obviously, back in the day when especially when rap first came out, like getting on the soundtrack was the shit. Like that was it. Like you felt like, yo, you gotta if you was on one of them above the rim soundtracks, or say something wild like that, or New Jack City, like you was like, yo, you already knew what it was. Like getting on a soundtrack for a movie used to be the absolute shit. So fast forward all these years later, and now we've got a plethora of platforms. A lot easier to shoot movies and make them and get them out. A lot of platforms to put them out there. And so with that being said, just like it's a lot easier to create music in the digital age, we've got this marriage that comes about where all the independent films are rocking with the independent artists because they need music, because ain't no such thing as a movie with no music. That shit don't happen. Right?
Exactly.
So it's got to be a soundtrack.
Got to put together a good score.
It's got to have a score.
Put together a score.
Got to have a score. So tell me about that process before I play some of these songs. Like, I know you're gonna rock with your crew, your crew, but you've got other people and other music. How was that whole situation worked out with the film and reaching out to other artists, getting the soundtrack and the score together?
Man, well, what I did, when I had the process, when I said, okay, I'm gonna do the movie, my mind went back to the Above the Rims, the Minister Society, the New Jack Cities. When the movies was coming out, they had the hot ass soundtrack. I was like, yo, we got to put together a hot soundtrack. So I reached out to my Green Boy brother Flo, World Music, and I hollered him about becoming on board and being my music supervisor. So we ran some submissions, and we had artists submitting music from all over. And then it got narrowed down to like 15. And like you were saying, like as far as my team, like only one person outside my team is even on the soundtrack. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's Demo. Demo got a record on the soundtrack called Stick Up Kid. I don't even have a record on the soundtrack. You know what I mean? But the soundtrack is mostly other independent artists spread it out in Atlanta, Detroit, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, you know what I'm saying, New York, Alabama, stuff like that, you know what I mean? They submit, it's a dude on there from Minnesota, you know what I mean? They submitted music and it got chose because the music fit the content and the way the vibe of the soundtrack, or the way the movie was flowing, the way the score was going, and just the whole all-around process of the way I want to put it out.
Good stuff, man. So I got a couple of these records, but I got to make sure I got to get somebody. I got to squeeze these records in because 30 minutes goes fast when you're having a real conversation. But this interview slated for 30 minutes, so we want to make sure we don't short our next guest. So listen, man, it's been great talking to you, brother. But I got to go ahead and pull up this music. So all right, I got I got two records I know you guys sent me. I got the joint by Joe Green, which I'm familiar with this artist too as well. I got one Gully Boy. Which one of these joints you want me to rock first?
Man, play you got to play the Codez, the Joe Green, you know what I mean? The homie Joe Green, that's the homie. Salute to Joe Green out there at Scottsdale, you know what I'm saying? That's the homie. I reached out to him and was like, yo, I'm shooting a movie. I need the title song did. You know what I mean? And I went to he was like, pull up on me, I'm in the studio. So I pulled up on him, gave him the breakdown, the synopsis on the actual storyline, the plot of the song, and we sat there and from beginning to end, we put together Codez. You know what I'm saying? And so that's like the title song to the movie, you know what I mean? And the homie Joe Green blessed me with that. So, salute to Joe Green, you know what I mean, doing his thing out here, man.
Shout out to the homie. I've met him before. I've talked to him before. He's a cool dude. Makes some really dope-ass motherfucking music. Real dope music for the streets. Definitely shout out to that east side over there. All right, so listen. K100 Radio, this is a direct line interview. Again, I'm your host, Blizzman. We chopping it up with the homie Bobby Jae. All right? And we're talking about the movie that he's got coming out called Codes. We chopped it up with some of the other actors, some of the people that's featured in the movie and stuff like that. It's been really dope, man. But this right here, this is the soundtrack, the title track from the movie Codes. Shout out to that East Side Scottsdale. The homie Joe Green dropped this joint on us.
Yeah.
So let's check this out, man. This is K100 Radio. You guys let me know what you think about this. Remember, subscribe to that YouTube channel and all that good stuff. Let's go.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
You know what type of shit we come from, nigga. Yeah. Diamond Cartiers. Got that from moving squares. I just bought a fur and that bitch fit me like a bear. Yeah. Lil' bitch say I'm going broke. I look at that hoe like where? Yeah. Try me if you want it, you get lit up like the fair. Yeah. This water all on me, I don't even trip no more. Yeah. I been taking Perkins lately, I don't even sip no more. Yeah. Call a bad bitch at the strip club, I don't even tip no more. Nah. I'm sending texts to her phone like, let's take this trip, little hoe. Yeah. And your friend can go if she want me. I got a big bag all the cone. I been in the club kicking major shit. I'm in here giving down to the own. I'm just vibing in my mode. I be sticking to the code. Ain't got no feeling for these hoes. Cash out my partner down the road. Who you think I do this for? 100 bottles, that's just for us. Jump out that dually truck. 100 eyes and that's just on us. That big nigga cool as fuck. I'm like Rocky on style, nigga know I'm going up. Yeah. Treat it like a kid with a toy, you know I tore it up. Nigga look at me like TNT, they know I'm blowing up. You the sack up watching TBT, TV on the floor and stuff. Yeah, had a GMC, but I really want a foreign truck. Yeah, they be playing with these niggas, but they know that ain't what I'm going for. Stick it to the code, 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 stick it to the code. Yeah, cry my heart and hold it down, stick it to the code. I ain't never told, stick it to the code. Put that shit on my money, I never ever fall. Stick it to the code, stick it to the code, stick it to the code. I been sticking to the code, stick it to the code. I been sticking to the code. Stick it to the code, stick it to the code. I been sticking to the code. I been popping perky like my back hurt. Stick it to the code, stick it to the code. I pull a check out, she gon' make her back work. She just sticking to the code, sticking to the code. I pop it for a real nigga, let me see you back. Yeah. Have her riding around with them pound like a fat bitch. Walking out of Neiman Market, these shoes come from Sack, bitch. Yeah, that little hoe famous, she be lying like an actress. I can't trust a soul, hold that cup, we got them bricks in him. And we got them sticks in him. Get your ass spit in him. Got your partner bitch in him, she fucking like a flick in him. Boss bitch, you know I'm pushing buttons like an engine, no. Steak and shrimp, calamari, that is shit that I be on. I just gave little brother on the fire and told him get her home. I don't sell the game, but did the real one get a couple songs. I don't smoke that budget strong. I don't get no fucking zone. Told him if it's up, it's up. Lately I've been up as fuck. Grandma got a new prescription, so that with a double cup. That bitch keep calling me the devil, that fire on me like Lucifer. She ain't the one I'm deucing them. Stick to the code, I'm used to them. Stick to the code, stick it to the code.
It's going down.
Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio. You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
That's the name of the movie. This is K100 Radio.
K100, you bastards.
Right. My man Bobby Jae's on the line. Before we get ready to roll out, Bobby Jae. Before we get ready to roll out, man, I got my next interview coming up. I got to check the lines in a minute to see if they on the line. Bobby Jae, how can they watch this movie? When does the movie come out? Is it available now? What's up?
June 17th, you know what I'm saying? The film will be out on June 17th. It's going to be, I'm going to have it, I got CodezTheMovie.com. It's going to be straight there. It's going to be on Vimeo. I got a Roku channel. Greenhouse Films is going to be on the Roku channel. Going straight to DVD. I'm having a premiere, green carpet event type, everything going down in June, man. So it's going down, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going down like a plane crash out this bitch, man.
All right, man. When you're having the premiere, I hope I'll be here. I hope I can pull up for the premiere, man. I don't know when is the premiere, because I got a busy June.
It's gonna be June the 17th. It's gonna be that Friday night.
God damn it, Bobby.
You ain't gonna be in the city, man?
Nah, I'll be in Vegas. I'll be in Vegas on June that week.
Oh man, go on, goddamn, enjoy yourself. You know, you can still watch it though.
I will.
Still watch it in Vegas.
All right, man. Well, listen, I ain't gonna. I can't tell. I gotta shoot it to you straight. I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna miss that. That would be dope. I would like to be there. But listen, man. Shout out to you, man. Keep riding. Next movie, I need to be on that soundtrack. I need a part. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna do my plug live on the air. You know what I'm saying? I want to be. Hey, I'm trying to give me a part. I'm trying to give you a slot on that soundtrack. Straight up. No flex. No
I got
cap.
you, man. You can better believe that because you already told me, so I got to hold you to that.
I'm telling you. I'm with it, man. I rock with you, man. Bobby Jae, K100 Radio. All the social media, dog. Social media handles. Everything. Social media.
Man, Greenhouse Films, Felder Films with a Z, FILMZ, man, at Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? Bobby Jae 910, OG Bobby, you know what I'm saying? On Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Green Boy Records, Records with a Z, RECORDZ, man. Everything else is spelled right.
Absolutely,
Codez
man.
the movie, man, June 17th, man, it's coming out, man. Y'all get ready for this thing, man. Salute to my guy, salute to Show Enough Pimpin'. He played my pops in there. Salute to Big Tigger. She played my auntie May, you know what I'm saying? Salute to City Boy NT, Rena Creek, my management, you know what I'm saying? They all up in there, man. It's going down, man. It's a star-studded event, man. Salute to Annie O, World Music, for the work they put in on the soundtrack. Tony Bone, Gully the Boy down in Florida, everybody, man. Just the whole squad.
And I'm gonna lead out with that I'm gonna lead out with that before I get ready for my next interview. Gully the Boy featuring Jordan.
Yeah.
The name of that joint is called Same OG. That's
Same
the song
OG.
that's the song I'm gonna ride the interview out with. Let me check my phone lines real quick. Bobby Jae, I'll get up with you, bro. You know I see you on the ground, brother. Good stuff, all right?
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. Salute to K100 Radio, man. From day one, been the same since I've been knowing them. I love you, boys. Appreciate it, man.
All love over here, dog.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
Hold on.
K100, you bastard.
Let me check my phone lines for my next caller. Hold on a second. Let me see if they're on the phone line. I gotta find the messenger. It is area code 912. This the messenger?
Yeah, this is the messenger right here.
Hey, what's going on, homie? Stand by. We got you on deck. You ready?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
All right, good stuff. Stand by. All right, K100 Radio, thanks everybody for rocking out with us, man. Listen, I'm getting ready to go to the next interview. Please don't go anywhere. If you're watching this live right now on YouTube, Instagram, listening in, all of that, please don't go nowhere. The number to call in to show some love and support for the next interview is 516-387-1523. Again, if you want to chop it up and rock out with the messenger and give him a shout out at the end of the interview or maybe in the middle of the interview, we don't know if we're going to bring you on the air. Just hit that phone line, 516-387-1523. I'm going to get ready to switch over to the next interview and get ready. As we ride now, check out this song. This is on the Codez movie too. Same OG. Gully the Boy featuring Jordan. Check it out.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.